What's going on, guys, and welcome back to Pro Speed Baseball. Now, a lot of hitters go out and work on their mechanics, work on hitting it good, getting drill work in, all that great stuff, but not a lot of hitters tend to work on their approach. Now, the approach is simply a fancy way of saying my game plan for when I'm at the plate. What is my goal? What am I trying to accomplish? How am I going? Well, we're always trying to accomplish hitting it solid, but what's my method to get there? That's what the approach is. And in today's video, we're going to go over an approach that really helps timid hitters out. If you're more of a timid hitter, maybe you got a great swing and you rip it in practice, but you have a hard time pulling the trigger on that first pitch fastball that comes right down the middle of the plate, even though everybody's telling you to swing at it, it's hard to let it off your shoulder. Well, I'm going to give you guys a great approach that's going to help it get it off your shoulder, and you can start being a much more free swinger and start letting your great swing work. Let's go ahead and get started. Now, guys, we got a lot of great content coming out this year, and if you don't want to miss out, make sure you hit that subscribe button. That's the only way you can get notified when we come out with new content. And make sure you hit that like button. That really helps us grow the channel. And if you guys have any questions or comments, we'd love to hear from you. Leave them in the comment section below. All right, guys, so I'm really excited to share this approach with you because it has helped just a ton of hitters with great swings that kill it at practice finally get the bat off their shoulder in the game. Now, there's all kinds of different approaches. We know we all want to have a great mechanical swing and all that good stuff, but there's all different kinds of ways we can do this. This is just one of many ways, and this is one that I found helps a lot of students that are a little bit more timid. So if this is an issue for you, this might be a great approach for you. This is also a great approach just in general. So even if you are a more aggressive hitter, this might actually tone you down and get you to focus your aggression a little bit more. So the whole point of this approach is to be aggressive, but to be aggressive with a game plan, which is completely different than just saying, hey, I'm going to go up there and rip it, which is also a good approach, but this one is just going to give you a little bit more finite example, or a little bit more finite place to hit the ball. So what this approach is, we have a 0 and 1 strike section for this approach, and then a 2-strike approach. The 0 and 1 strike is going to be exactly the same, and the 2-strike is going to be a little bit different, but they're both very simple. So the approach is the first for the 0 and the 1 strike. If the ball is going to be anywhere in our power zone, which is the belt to the knees, if the ball is anywhere in there, we think the ball is going to get anywhere close to that power zone, we are letting it rip. It is just, that is our goal. We have a finite tunnel where we want this ball to be coming in. And if that ball comes anywhere in there, we are just lashing at it as hard as we can. And that's the second big part of this approach. Every swing is 100% as hard and fast as we can go. Like I said, this is really good for timid hitters and into focused aggressive hitters. If we are very aggressive and we know we're going to swing 100% no matter what, if the ball is anywhere close to the power zone, this is really going to start freeing up our mind to swing at good pitches, because a lot of times, guys, that first pitch is a fastball, usually right down the middle, and so many great hitters let that pitch go when we could be taking full advantage of it. This approach allows us to do this. So for the 0 and 1 strike approach, if that ball's anywhere near the power zone, belt to knees, anywhere you perceive it, a curveball falling into that zone, a fastball coming into that zone, anything is going to be that you perceive is going to be even close to that, you're letting it rip. That's 0 and 1 strikes. The amount of balls that we have in this approach does not matter at all, because we have a very aggressive approach here. Now, if I have 2 strikes on me, we have the same intent on saying we are still swinging 100%, because this is for timid hitters that with 2 strikes, they might, let that fastball in the outside corner go, or let the curveball that breaks right over the middle of the plate go. If we have 2 strikes on us, we are going to just simply expand the power zone from the belt to the knees to the shoulder to the knees. So now we've just almost doubled our entire zone. And the same mentality sticks, is we are going to be 100% swing as far as how fast and hard we're swinging. If the ball is anywhere in the shoulder to knee zone, we're letting it rip. And guys, it's that simple. If we can have this really aggressive approach, and again, this might be a stepping stone approach for you. If you're having a hard time getting the bat off your shoulder and letting it rip, this approach, try it out for a few games, and then, if it works, great, stay with it. If it works with getting the bat off your shoulder, but you need a little bit more specific, well, then maybe you can, change your approach around a little bit. But this is a great one to at least get you started with getting more aggressive or more aggression in in an at bat where you would be more or less timid, even though you might even be an aggressive minded athlete in other sports or whatnot. For some reason, Sometimes hitters get in there and we just get a little too picky or whatever it might be. But if we have a game plan to combat that, that's going to really, really help you get to where you want to be as far as being an aggressive, powerful hitter. And the number one best way to practice any approach is at practice when you're playing your 4-for-4 games. In the pro speed hitting system, we talk about working everywhere from technique to load stride swing drill, game speed to 4-for-4 games. 4-for-4 games essentially are going to be simulated games. If you work on your approach in your 4-for-4 games, it's the best time. Even if it's front toss or easy batting practice, work on your approach in your 4-for-4 game portion of your practice session so that you can start getting used to it for the game. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you liked the video, and if you did, stay tuned. I got an even better bonus video coming up for you. I'm going to play a preview from one of our premium lessons from the membership website that you can get instant access to by simply clicking on the iCard that's popping up in the top right-hand portion of your screen or in the link in the description below. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to now start showing how our weight shift is involved with the release of the bat. We just simply need to understand exactly where we want to be in our weight shift. So we're going to get a lot more specific. We're going to be talking about the timing of getting the back pocket in front of the tee at the same time we're hitting the ball. But the first thing we need to do, guys, is we need to rep this out and make sure that we can definitely get the weight transfer that we need. So we're going to put our arms across our chest. We're going to get at least 100 repetitions